Thomson kicks it long to half forward. The Breeze holding it up. Leading in the race for the footy is Nankervis. Can't take it. Hearn comes in, first touch for the season for him for North Geelong, but it falls out to Feldman. Kicks it towards full forward. A magnificent kick, well settled, well shepherded at the full forward position by Andrew Yates. And there's the first score on the board for Thomson. 1 goal. It took them 31 seconds on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. Thomson a goal, North Geelong yet to score.
It just goes to show how simple football is. You get it out of the centre and you get it down to centre half forward, you get a goal, and you take so long to do it sometimes, don't we?
Well, indication that's against the Breeze, so it's a very, very important and a good start for the Thomson team.
And it's interesting, Yates is in fact in the goal square. So Yates and Panther and also Forbes all running out of that goal square. That's an interesting tactic, Laurie.
Yeah, it's a game of tactics here just at the moment. We'll have to see how it sorts itself out.
Bit of a chess game as the ball goes up in the middle once again. Weiss, wonderful tap down to Scown. Scown off a step straight to full forward. The lead comes from Smith. Well, you can't do much better than the 2 passages of play we've already had. Thomson, 31 seconds up to the goal line. This was only 20 seconds, and it went from the centre straight into the arms of Paul Smith. The man on the mark is, it's actually Brad Roberts. He's only 30 metres out directly in front, so the answering goal, hopefully for North.
Write it down.
Who did the kick come from, Eric?
Brad Scown.
Well, I nearly knocked Smithy over.
It did.
It went that hard.
So he lines up now. Paul Smith.
Write it down.
Left footer. Comes in. Nice approach. Head over the footy.
Right it down. You're a good judge.
I don't know. How close is it? It is a goal.
Yes. Never in doubt.
So, very good judge, Dick. A goal to North Geelong, and that ties the ball game up. 1 goal North, 1 goal Thomson. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've only been playing 2 minutes.
Well, as I said, Eric, football's a simple game, isn't it? Get it out of the centre, get it down to your centre half forward to full forward and kick a goal. You don't need any other blokes on the ground, do you?
No, not at the moment. So we haven't seen any indication, Laurie, of any specific movements from the teams because it's been pretty basic, hasn't it? As the ball goes up and neither ruckman clear tap away on this occasion. Ball in dispute, almost still in the centre circle, Stacks on the mill, and the umpire will move in and put the ball in the air once again. So Russell Hearn, what part of the world's he playing? In the back half?
Yep.
So the ball now, tapped down from the ruck contest, player push forward, no, said the umpire, giving them the opportunity. It looked like a rugby scrum there. The ball came out through the feet at the back. McLeod drops it. Picked up by O'Connor. Handball over to Anderton. Anderton kicks it towards half forward. Nice mark there by Terry Nankervis. Good solid bump on the shoulders there by Russell Hearn. But it's his man, Troy Feldman, who now goes for the footy at centre half forward, but good defensive work from North. Kick along the ground from Weiss, takes it out wide, picked up by Elzinger. Great smother there. In fact, it was McDonald. Well, 2 wonderful smothers from both sides. Scown tries to back through the pack. He's caught with the footy, but had no opportunity to get rid of it in the umpire's opinion. So at half forward flank for Thomson, out of sight of Osborne Park. The umpire puts the ball in there once again. Anderton decides to just stand and punch only as far as Ferguson across the ground to good mark in front there, McLeod just playing in front of his opponent there, Michael Rowe, and Todd McLeod, who we saw play a pretty good game last week, has started well once again. So McLeod now, long kick into the Breeze. Coming from behind, that was Panther, and well, I guess Chris Fry, well, he's as close as he could have possibly been, but Laurie, you just got to put the fist on the ball, don't you?
You've got to get to that. That was a well-executed kick, though, Eric, and very hard to get in there, but I'm pretty sure Jonesy will just emphasise must punch at all times.
So Ross Panther,
good man kick on the last mark, week, wasn't he?
Man on the mark, 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. We're right behind the ball. It's a nice kick, but it's drifting across with the Breeze, and it is a miss. So 1 behind to Thomson. 1 goal, 1-7. They lead North Geelong 1 goal straight. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 4.5 minutes gone.
Chris Fries now takes the ball from the fullback position, kicks it out towards the fellow there, number 34 for North Geelong, which is Chris Fries, of course, has moved out to the half-back flank position. Sees the lead coming up the ground, and it's missed by Elzinger. But on the ground there is the Thomson players are too quick now. They pick the ball up. O'Connor gets it away nicely. It's up in the air. It might cause some rain. Anderton's up there as well. and the Thomson players move in and with Brett Dowie. Brett Dowie sees the ball across towards the half-forward flank for the Thomson club with Nankervis in hot in pursuit. He takes it away, beats two North Geelong players and gets it up there, and it's spoiled, but Thomson to get the advantage here, and Marcus Forbes takes a running shot for goal, but there's that man again, Russell Hearn, the old veteran. He's come back for a game of footy today. Looks for a player running down the ground. It's Troy Olzinger on the running over the half-back flank for North Geelong. He sees the player in Rowe. Rowe will get him with speed here. But Rowe, no, he gets caught. He might be lucky, but the umpire said play on. And Dan O'Connor from Thomson takes it away very nicely across to Lowther. Lowther up towards Elzinger of North Geelong, who stands back, takes the mark, albeit a little bit shakily, but the field umpire said, Troy, you can have that. And yes, you might get 50 metres for that. No, the umpire says, no, Troy, just take your kick, son. And he sees the lead coming down from Hasselwood. Hasselwood then handballs it across to the running North Geelong. They're looking for Paul Smith, but it's Michael Rowe from the forward pocket. Has a shot from the absolute blind pocket. And it's a goal. It's one of the best goals you'll ever seen kicked here at North Geelong. Michael Rowe returns the favour that Thomson kicked their last score. Now Michael Rowe's kicked a goal for North Geelong, and that puts them in front, which is not that far at this early stage of the game.
2 goals, 12 North, 1-1 Thomson, and that's at the 6-minute mark on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. Laurie, you don't in any football see many better goals than that.
No, he's a sensational little player, and once he got it there, he just got his eyes up, went banging straight through the middle, and that's his forte, of course, and it was a great play.
So back in the middle, umpire to put the ball up once again. Anderton and Weiss will continue their battle there. This time, neither get a clear tap away. O'Connor picks up the crumb in the middle. Riley through his legs. Comes back on it, gets a handball out wide, finds a teammate there in Daniels, kicks it to half forward over the head of Nankervis. Oh, great defensive work, Hasselwood. Unfortunately went without the footy. Nankervis, handball to Hood. Hood the check side round the corner. It's a magnificent kick.
Goal, I think.
If it's not touched it through the goals, the goal umpire said it is. It's all clear.
It's a shootout.
A goal for Thomson. So fantastic football on both sides at the present moment. Thomson 2-1-13, North Geelong 2 goals 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and it's only 7.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, that was a good goal, Eric. He crumbed that beautifully. I thought he was fairly quiet last week, Hoodie, and he's a type of player they need around those drop of the ball opportunities, and he certainly seized on that one and kicked a nice goal.
Ball in the middle now, thrown up by the umpire. Reese gets up, just beaten by Anderton then. Elzinger gets it out, kicks it towards centre-half forward. Jones just underneath it, and coming through the pack now is number 7, which is Chris Barnett for Geelong. Sees Craney's running through the centre. He handballs it across to the running Daryl Jones, and he won't miss. He won't miss. He knows where the goals are here at Osborne Park. And North Geelong return the score within about 35 seconds again. So it is. It's become a real shootout here at North Geelong today.
Well, where's the backman? Where's all the defenders?
Well, incredible. 3 goals straight, North Geelong, 18 points. Thomson 2-1-13.
Well, they're actually queuing up for it, weren't they?
They were.
Finish up with Daryl Jones, and probably a better player, hands that couldn't be in, could it? When he went into that 30, was certainly going to be a goal.
Well, I guess in real terms, Laurie, Sid's justified his inclusion already with that goal.
Yes, I noticed his number on the back too. He couldn't get number 5, so he's got a great big 5 and a little tiny 1 beside it, number 51. I don't know if that reflects his age at all.
So the Victory
I
Trophy,
didn't say that.
The Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard has North Geelong 5 points in front at the 9-minute mark as the umpire in the middle once again puts the ball in the air. This time, well, neither ruckman still get a clear tap away, but Scown does well at ground level. Handball out wide, finds Rowe. He kicks the ball long and low with the bruise. Smith leading forward. Ball runs straight past him, picked up by Aitchison. Back to their teammate there in Roberts. He goes across the face of goal dangerously, but backs are good enough to help him out with the mark. Handball out to Sabali Armstrong. And Armstrong for Thomson. Tips it back into the corridor. Anderton took his eyes off the footy, dropped the mark. Now it's a turnover. Ball to North Geelong as Elzinger picks it up, kicks it towards half forward. Run along the ground, attacking the footy. Baxter for Thomson. And the fullback kicks at the middle of the ground, only as far as Jamie Weiss for North. Plays on quick with a handball to Ferguson. Where's he going to go? Handball back to Weiss. He doesn't muck around. A long kick to the full forward position with the bruise. It hits the ground. It's over the head of all players. Picked up by Zitko. He's tackled. The ball comes back to by hand to Sid Jones, but it is a rush behind. And just a little unfortunate. Zitko, the right idea. Handball to the goal square, but the wind drifted it through. 3-1-19 North Geelong. They lead Thomson 2-1, 13 Victory Trophies. First quarter scoreboard, 10 minutes gone.
Thomson now with the ball to be kicked out now from full back.
It's a fair kick, Sabali Armstrong.
Yes, a nice little pass there across to Brad Roberts. And Brad Roberts in the forward, the back pocket position at Osborne Park, looking for a lead down the ground, takes his time. Sees the lead coming. Oh, gee, it's been smothered badly there, but never mind. And it's going to go over the line and out of bounds, still in the forward pocket position or the back pocket position, whichever way you want to call it, but it's in North Geelong's attacking zone.
Laurie, I thought Roberts made a couple of poor decisions last week, and now he started off badly again, giving the man the mark.
He certainly didn't want that, Eric. Last week shattered his confidence a little bit, and he did pick himself up later in that game last week, so he's got to work at that again.
Thrown in now, and the players in there, Hesselwood's in there for North Geelong, but the pack of players have just forced the ball out of bounds and will take another throw in. Pretty tight game at this stage, but the umpire now brings the ball back into play. They're up there. Darryl Jones is actually in the ruck there, gets a push in the back. And the umpire says, Darryl, I don't know whether it's favouring the old age veteran, but he's going to get a kick. And I can tell you now, folks, and just as well as it's not television, because I might be proved terribly wrong here, but he knows where the goals are from this position. I've seen him kick some magnificent goals from the set shot on the half-forward flank here at North Geelong. He's about 45 to 50 metres out, and he'll look into the wind just a little bit just to get that guidance. Comes in as it's a magnificent kick, but the wind has taken it across, and it is just one behind.
He probably wouldn't be happy with that, Eric. He probably prides himself on making sure he kicks them, and it was certainly kickable, but it's a pretty fluky breeze out there.
So North Geelong's 3-2-20, lead Thomson 2-1, 13 Victory Trophies first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 12 minutes as Armstrong prepares to kick in once again, and seemed to struggle with the bruise the first time round, but that's a much better kick. Outside 50 to the outer side. Thomson got numbers out there, but doing well was Ferguson, gets up to the ground. Scown round the body to half forward. Elzinger on his own. He's only got to tap the ball forward. Had Barnett running past, but good work, Dowie. Does well to keep the ball there for Thomson into the arms of Lowther. His kick is just to centre wing, and Ferguson again takes the mark. He's been prominent early, and there's a magnificent lead from Paul Smith. And I reckon Paul Smith had left Brad Roberts at least 7 or 8 metres behind in that lead, Laurie. And gee, there's a concern there for if I was a defender.
Well, I think it was a pretty well set play, because he ran into that space pretty hard, Eric, and the footy landed in there, and he was able to run on it beautifully. And you'd want to be pretty quick to be able to stop that, because he had a fair head of steam up.
So Brad Roberts is 30 metres out, 45-degree angle, as Paul Smith comes in on the left foot. Beautiful kick off the boot, and I'll tell you what, the goal umpire has not moved, apart from putting 2 hands up. Second goal to Paul Smith, and now it becomes a very good start for North Geelong. 4-2-26. They lead Thomson 2-1, 13 Victory Trophies. First quarter scoreboard, 13 minutes gone.
Well, interesting at this point of time, Eric, Troy Green hasn't had a kick. And
hasn't needed to.
Probably, I was going to say, it hasn't come down near him yet.
It hasn't needed to, that's pretty true. But he doesn't go too long without touching that footy, I can tell you, and it's only a matter of time and he'll get a few stats.
In the centre of the ground at Osborne Park again, wanting for the umpire to do it. He's done a lot so far this quarter. Throw it up, and Jamie Reese is up there with Anderton, gets the ball down to Brad Scown. Brad Scown races out of the centre, digging in for Smith, but marked beautifully in the line of defence by the Thomson club, and it's taken out of defence by Shane Lowther up towards the half-back flank. Sees his fellow player there, and it's coming across to, once again, Brad Roberts, who handballs it across to...
That's Flakemore.
Number 13's got it there, Shane Lowther again, and he gets into the back a little bit maybe of Andrew Ferguson, but the umpire said, I'll give a free kick to Thomson, which is fair enough. Umpire, you're out there and in control.
Might have given the second one, Dick. I think there were two push in the backs, and the second one was
50 as well.
Had a bit to say about the first one.
Bit of a chat.
And I think that it's fair enough if the umpire can control it. They don't need the players back chatting them.
Who's that with the ball now? That's
Dowie, I think.
Dowie. Very hard to pick up over there. It's a lovely kick anyway against the wind, and the pack goes up, and gee whiz, nobody got the ball, but it's punched down. Thompson still in fairly good control of the ball down there at the moment, but North Geelong play gets a handball out, but Dowie gets it again and sees the player over there in Nan Curvis, and then Curtis running around now the boundary line, kicks the ball, centres it in towards the way of Forbes, but players are down, and Scown's trying to get the ball out, and he can't get it out. He handballs it across to the North Geelong player there.
Good tackle by Hood.
In Riley, and Riley gets caught with the ball completely. So Hoodie, Brent Hood's got the ball there. He's about centre half forward, probably a little bit far out with this wind that he's kicking into. It's a lovely kick all the same, and the player's got nobody gets a touch to it. Hearn's in there, and he's trying like he always does, like a dog with a bone. And he gets in there, and of course they're trying to get it out now, North Geelong, and it comes out to Troy Elzinger. Troy Elzinger sees Creed there, Gutsy Creed on the weak position.
Down the ground, Dick. Elzinger put down after he kicked it.
Yeah, well called, Eric. And Troy's got a...
He won the free kick.
Yep, magnificent there. So he kicks the ball up towards North Geelong's half-forward flank, and out comes Smith, a long way out of position, and looking for a lead downfield. Takes the kick, kicks with the wind down towards North Geelong's forward pocket area, and Thomson take a magnificent mark there in Andrew Aitchison. Aitchison sees the lead coming off the half-back flank across to Noel Riley. Noel Riley's got plenty of paddock in front of him. He has one bounce. He might take another. No, he sees the lead coming down, but it's a little bit too far for both North Geelong and Thomson to get near the ball. But the Thomson player does get the ball. Handballs it out beautifully to Dan O'Connor. Dan O'Connor across to the other Thomson player running down. But the umpire has seen a free kick and is going to go to the Thomson player, which is
Riley tagged high, I think.
Noel Riley there. Noel Riley on the true wing position, just right of centre at the North Geelong football ground, kicking down, looking for a lead at full forward, and he sees a lead from number 8, which is Forbes, and he can't get the ball. Out comes Troy Elzinger again, and he's looking for a player out there. Ferguson's got the ball. He sees a lead coming down the ground from North Geelong players, but he just can't quite get it to. But yes, I think Daryl Jones, the veteran's got it, and they get the ball now down towards Smith. He's on his own. He's taking on 2 Thomson players down there, 4 Thomson players, and he sees Cranage looking for a handball. Gives the ball beautifully across to the running North Geelong player coming down the ground. And that is a magnificent goal.
McDonald, is it?
Just can't quite pick him up
there.
It is. Yep.
Oh.
Absolutely brilliant goal by a running North Geelong player coming through the ground there and taking a great hand pass. And North Geelong go on the scoreboard again with another goal. Gee, we're getting a few goals this quarter anyway.
The long kick in from Troy Greed there, Loz, and isn't it, penetrating kicks all the difference.
Yeah, but you don't see much better attack on the ball than that in passage of play where he ran through there and kicked a beautiful goal. We've seen him a bit, Eric. He's a class act.
McDonald,
yes,
good player.
He's a very good player.
5-2-32 North Geelong lead Thomson 2-1-13 victory trophies first quarter scoreboard. From the middle, it's Riley breaks clear of the middle, but the mark taken at half back by Russell Hearn, who's quite prominent early, goes wide to centre wing, looks for almost a mark by Rowe, but not controlled, said the umpire. Ball comes towards the interchange marker as Greed dives on the footy ahead of Roberts, and I'd suggest there's been a change already made with Roberts, in fact, off the ground. So have to just check who's playing on Smith now, as they've seen a bit of a concern. Maybe Roberts a bit of a hamstring by the look of him there. As the ball thrown in front of our broadcast position, tap down from Weiss to McDonald to centre half forward. Daryl Jones, he's prominent, takes the mark off on the left foot, and he just really looks as if he's never stopped playing. Daryl Jones, he's doing well as the ball knocked away there from Zitko. Scown can't pick it up. Zitko comes in, 1 against 2, does very well. The soccer player kicked it off the ground towards half forward. In the way there, Aitchison for Thomson, kicks back to centre wing. Now the numbers with North Geelong in the middle, but Riley does well, puts his body on the line, so does McDonald, and he's going to get the free kick. McDonald, he had the head down over the footy and bumped in the head, and the umpires are paying that all the year. McDonald for North, long kick to half forward, the lead from Smith, the ball doesn't bounce too kindly. Baxter. Stolen by Greed, runs into an open goal, and it's another goal off the boot of Troy Greed for North Geelong. So great start now for North. They go to 6-2-38. They lead Thomson 2-1-13 victory trophies. First quarter scoreboard, 19 minutes gone.
And hasn't the inclusion of McDonald made a difference at North Geelong? I mean, he's been in the core about 3 or 4 times in the last 5 minutes. He's manages to be where the ball is. That's all you got to do in footy, Laurie, don't you?
Well, that guy that kicked the goal, agreed. He's a pretty class. He's a class act wherever they got him from. He's a winning player as well, and I think he's beat OG a couple of weeks ago, I think, at Winchelsea, and look, once he got inside that 30, he goes for goal and it's home.
And the bloke that's worrying Thomson in the back half is, in fact, Sid Jones. He's reading the game so well, and he just knows where to go.
It's great today. It's like watching Super Rules at the same time, isn't it?
So the ball in the middle once again. This time out and tapped down. Hood runs onto the footy, tripped up. Tripped up by
crude Troy
Elzinger, as the umpire said. I think he AFL, he might have got reported grabbing a bloke around the foot, but Hood there goes to half forward. Hearn working hard there with Feldman, but it's North Geelong, weight of numbers. Now the side, well, I was going to say they penalised the side, but the advantage has been paid as Barnett takes the mark, goes to the middle, almost to Mark Cranage, coming through there. It was Daniels for Thomson. Handball over to O'Connor. O'Connor kick into the back of Cranage, so the ball bounces back into the arms now of O'Connor. Handball to Lowther, and Lowther of Thomson towards centre wing. Rowe just used the body beautifully, took the mark from behind Dowie, and applause there from one of our commentators.
I'm not allowed to be biased.
So, but it was a wonderful mark there, as he does pretty often. Rowe to the middle, over the head of Jones. Well, the umpire said he touched it because play on, and coming back is Ferguson, handball out wide, but the umpire has said no, there's an infringement in the middle, I'd say against Darryl Jones. It's gone to Hood, and Hood of Thomson, right in the middle of the Osborne Park Oval, about to kick the ball forward. I think that wind is going to say it's dropped, but gee, that wind kept that ball pretty well back. Now Greed contests with Riley out there. Forbes falls to the ground, ball thrown out. Oh, said the umpire. Handball back from Forbes to Aitchison. Aitchison now does a 360 degrees, chips the ball forward, and diving forward is Flakemore, but only going 15 metres, if that, the Thomson side. Flakemore now kicks to half forward, attacking the footy. Elzinger went without it. Feldman, he ran through without it, picked up in defence by Fryers, kicks back to the middle of the ground. Scown picks up the crumbs, looking for some assistance there, decides just to kick to the half forward position. It's pretty vacant. Smith attacks the footy, gets a handball out. He's going to have to recover it himself. If Cranage is going to put a Shepherd on, he'll support him, but there's no North Geelong players in the forward half at all, as Aitchison picks it up comfortably for Thomson. Across the ground has Hood. Now they've created the loose man. If Hood can turn around, finally does. Sees a player loose out there in Flakemore, chips the ball out. Another handball over to Armstrong, who's run from fullback, kicks to half forward, over the head of all players. Forbes running onto the footy. It's eluded all the player. Hearn comes back, throws himself on the footy. Hesselwood gets a foot to it. Well, gee, a good work. Fryers gets a handball out to Rowe, and he can go. He's had 2 bounces. He's still running.
You need to have another one.
He's had a 3rd bounce. He's got Panther chasing.
You need to have another bounce.
And Rowe now chips it. Good vision, because saw Smith out wide. Now he's got Scown in the middle of the ground. It's back in the corridor. That's where it needs to be for North. He's chipped it forward, and Barnett's made good position. And goodness me, there's players running everywhere, players running loose, players loose in forward halves of both sides, but it's magnificent football to watch as Barnett now for North Geelong. 35 metres out, directly in front, Bruce behind him, the opportunity to kick another goal for North Geelong.
The scoreboard really isn't a reflection of how close these two sides are. North Geelong 4 goals up, and this just makes them 5 goals up.
Well, they're 5 now because Barnett's kicked his first. A terrific effort, and as you say, Dick, the scoreboard not an indication. No. 7 goals to 44 North Geelong. Thompson 2-1-13, Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and 23 great minutes of footy.
If you weren't looking at the scoreboard, you'd honestly think these two sides are fairly even. But yeah, North Geelong have split the centre 7 times, and Thompson only 2, but they've had a lot of Thompson. So it's, well, they wouldn't want to let North Geelong get another one here, or another 1 or 2, albeit they'll have the win the next quarter. You still can't let a side get 7 or 8 goals in front of you. Umpire moving in now to the centre to get play underway again in this quarter. We've had a lot of goals scored. Probably have a fair bit of time on, I would imagine. But it goes again. Weiss coming in from the side with the end of the game and gets the hit out. Thomson get the advantage out of the centre there. I think it might be Hood. Runs through the centre, and North Geelong. Well, Russell Hearn's in there again. Gets around 1 player, 2 players. Sees the player running out there at the outer wing, and Chris Barnett. And Chris Barnett on the half-forward flank's taking a lovely mark. Sees the player running down the ground in Ferguson. Ferguson can control the ball. He has 1 bounce. He's running towards half-forward. Sees the lead, hopefully coming from Smith. Oh! Smith just about gets the ball, but well done by the Thomson defence as they run the ball nicely out of the defence now, and crossed out, playing a little bit with each other there, but they've got it out of the danger position there for North Geelong. And I see on the ground there number 21 for North Geelong. Who's that, Eric?
Longstaff.
Correct. Let's keep you on the ball occasionally.
That's good.
And yeah, and Thomson coming through there with Forbes down towards the full forward, and a nice mark there in the forward pocket
Panther
by
again.
Panther, the loping Panther.
Yes.
I bet he's had a few nicknames in his day.
You'd imagine so.
You reckon so?
Tell you what, can play.
Can play football. He's certainly.
We'll see what he learned from his first kick, Eric. It's a difficult spot there with that breeze, but see what sort of a guide he does here. I think he might have missed it again.
Yeah, the wind's worrying him a little bit out here at Osmond Park. It is a tricky spot, that forward pocket, because if you're kicking into a wind, it will take the ball away.
So takes the score North Geelong 7-2-44, Lee Thomson 2-2-14. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 25 minutes.
It's a great kick out there by the North Geelong player there, and Chris Fries has taken the 25-minute mark we're going at the moment, and Troy Greed's got the ball on the wing position. Oh, it breaks away beautifully from his Thomson opposition there. Sees the running player there in Ferguson. Ferguson tries to centre it into Mario Zitko. Mario Zitko comprehensively beaten by the Thomson backmen then, and they see the ball go out of bounds in the back pocket or forward pocket for North Geelong over on the bay side of the ground.
I think if it was cricketing terms, he was absolutely clean bowled.
He was, absolutely. Yeah, you know where they were coming from then. It was a curly one.
This is Paul Smith, is it?
Yeah, he must have...
I saw him on his haunches there before.
Well, he dived forward to try and take that mark, whether he maybe just got winded.
Ball comes into play once again now in the forward pocket position for North Geelong. Thomson defending desperately because they don't want to get let North Geelong get another score before quarter time. The umpire walks in and says, fellas, have a break, stand back, and I'll have a bounce myself because I haven't had much of the footy this quarter. You blokes have had it all. So he puts the ball up again and the pack forms around the ball. Thomson hit the ball out and they get it away nicely away there by Noel Riley. Gets it across to the running player there in Andrew Aitchison. Aitchison there decides to hold play up a little bit and he sees a lead from Todd McLeod over on the half forward flank. Plays on immediately down towards the full forward position of the Thomson Footy Club. And there's that man again, I think, Mr. Panther.
Oh, gee, it was a fair size push out he made. The umpire was in a bad position.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a Larry Donahue shove there. But
well, the good thing about Eric, he led into the right position.
Oh, yes.
If you're going to play full forward, there's no point leading to that pocket that he was trying to kick from. He's more likely to kick this one.
Especially on this ground with this wind, Laurie.
Definitely.
Well, the other shots he's had have been from an angle, so he's right in front this time. And he knows how to put it through when he's in front, no doubt about that. Columbi has not moved. And Thomson get a reply goal. So they've kept themselves in the game, no problem whatsoever. And as we come nearly to quarter time, we've had, what, about 11 goals scored this quarter?
Well, certainly 10. 10. North Geelong 7-2-44, lead Thomson 3-2-20. And that's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've actually been playing 27.5 minutes. I'd imagine should go 30. But it's been very entertaining.
It's been a very good game. Dick's getting a little bit carried away here, but we thought it was a 5-goal breeze. What's the lead?
So we're about line ball.
We're about line ball. Dick, does it pull you into gear a bit, mate?
So the ball up in the middle. And once again, this time Weiss, clear tap down. Greed runs on the footy, went well at Barnett, comes back to support. Cranage, handball forward, but it's all Thomson there as Connor runs onto the footy, tackle immediately by Daryl Jones. Umpire said too high, and advantage not paid. So the ball will come back to O'Connor at, well, between centre and centre wing. Well, the umpire's getting quite pedantic. He was behind the mark, but not absolutely dead set straight. So the ball will come back now.
Playing well again, Dan O'Connor. Eric, he's had 4 kicks and 6 handballs. That's a lot of handballs. He also last week he had a lot of handballs as well.
Well, there's another one because instead of taking a kick, his handball to teammate there in Riley. Low skimming kick to half forward. Coming across there is Troy Greed. And does well. Can't control the footy, however. Nankervis does for Thomson. He's tackled. Great tackle from behind. Troy Greed. Great pace. Advantage now paid as McDonald picks it up and goes for home. Ball to full forward, almost clean bowled again, Zitko, but off his feet it comes to Scown. Handball forward, Kennedy just on the ground. Lovely handball to McDonald into an open goal. And I think he might have kicked his second for the quarter. He has. Ryan McDonald, 2 goals and a very good start for the North Geelong side in this first quarter. They go to 8-2-50. Lead Thomson 3-2-20. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 29 minutes now gone.
As I said, 11 goals scored this quarter. I wasn't far out, was I? Just a little bit early when I said it.
No, there was a good goal of McDonald again.
Once again, McDonald, yeah.
He fell on the footy up, good play.
But young Kennedy, good attack on the footy, Laurie, and that's been the focus at North. I think they're attacking the footy pretty hard.
Oh, they've been. I think that's probably been the difference of the two teams, Eric. They've got a little bit more desire to want to win a hard ball at the moment, and we'll just see what happens when Thomson uses the breeze as well.
We can't be much more time left when the umpire throws the ball up again, but they're still playing, and we're nearly into afternoon tea time, and the Thomson players get the ball away from the centre, but North Geelong have got other ideas. And Barnett runs through the centre now, sees the lead on the win position there by Troy Elzinga. Troy Elzinga sees Scown running down the ground. He's come out. Oh, no, they didn't get that ball at all, but Thomson managed to punch the ball away. They've just got it running out on the boundary line, and I would say they just might see the ball. No, they haven't. North Geelong still in play. It's a long way away over there, but the umpires come in and said that it will be a Thomson free, and it looks like it is.
A bit of inexperienced young Kennedy there, Laurie. Could have shepherded and let Scown come through.
Yeah, should have.
Oh, there's that man again. No, I thought it was Russell. It was Chris Fries.
Joe McDermott.
Joe McDermott, of
Terrific
course, yes.
mark.
And he sees the old fella there, Daryl Jones. He sees the handball pass across there to Cranage. Cranage tries to get the ball forward, gets support a little bit. Greed gets it across to Rowe, and but North Geelong are forward in their attack plans there by a very good defensive Thomson club. Marcus Forbes now has the ball on the half-back flank. Sees a lead down the ground from his Thomson counterpart there, but North Geelong have other ideas. They get it out there. Thompson's got it again. Sandlander sees a hand pass across towards the player there in Dan O'Connor. Dan O'Connor down towards that Panther man again.
No, it's Feldman this time.
Unless they're waxing now. They're giving each other a kick. Troy Feldman, probably the true centre-half forward position. If he had the wind behind him, I'd say it'd be an absolute certainty. Well, at least to get the distance. But he is a fair way out and a bit of a gale blowing into his face. So, but still, he's not a bad kick, Troy Feldman. Lines them up. Comes in from about 45 metres. Oh. Well, I think he might have kicked that. So, right on a siren too.
So that is the siren for quarter time here at Osborne Park. The quarter time score shows Thomson, the visitors 4-26, trailing the home side North Geelong 8-50. For North Geelong, the goal kickers are McDonald 2, Smith 2, one each to Greed, Rowe, Barnett and Jones. And for Thomson, 2 goals to Feldman, 1 to Panther and 1 to Brent Hood. Wonderful first quarter with North Geelong leading Thomson at this point in time. We'll return to the studio. When we return, we will have a comprehensive report on the first quarter, both from Laurie and Dick. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, the home of local football.